Because I come from the West Indies, certain people in England seem to think I is an expert on palm trees. So, not wanting to sever this link with my native roots, know what I mean? I would smile cool as sea breeze and say to them, which specimen you interested in? Because you're talking to the right man. I name Palm Tree King. I know palm tree history like the palm of my hand. In fact, my navel string buried under a palm tree. If you think the Queen could wave, you ain't seen nothing yet till you see the Roystonia regia. That is the royal palm, which is crown of leaves, waving calm, calm over the blue Caribbean carpet. But what is it you want to know? How tall a palm tree does grow? What is the biggest coconut I ever see? What is the average length of a leaf? Don't expect me to be brief, because palm tree history is a long, long story. Anyway, why are you so interested in length and circumference? That kind of talk, so ordinary. That kind of talk don't touch the essence of palm tree mystery. That kind of talk is no challenge to a palm tree historian like me. If you're so interested in statistics, ask me something with mathematical profundity. Ask me something more tricky. Ask me if an American tourist with a camera take 9 minutes to climb a coconut tree, how long an English tourist without a camera will take to climb the same coconut tree? That is problem, partner. Now we're coming harder. If 6 straw hats and half a dozen bikini multiplied by the same number of coconut tree equal 1 postcard, how many square miles of straw hat you need to make a tourist industry? Find the solution and you've got a revolution. But before you say anything, let I, Palm Tree King, give you this warning. I want the answer in metric. It kind of rhymes with tropic. Besides, it sounds more exotic.
The first thing I see when I think of you. Your mouth is a miracle of bad dentistry and good luck, still able to chew unfortunate goats on Christmas Eve. Your sons, my uncles, begin to fatten them in November. Your mouth is a miracle of bad dentistry and good luck, and so you eat with gusto. These are bulbous goats. Your sons, my uncles, begin to fatten them in November's end. Your daughter and I see the results of this every second year, and so you eat with gusto. These are bulbous goats, too old to die pretty, instead fighting like they know they've come to the end. Your daughter and I see the results of this every second year. I will never be able to visit you often enough. You are 97 now, too old to die pretty, instead fighting like you know you've come to a beginning, kicking and clawing in that most newborn of ways. I will never be able to visit you often enough. You are 97 now, but your youngest great-grandchild is only just beginning, kicking and clawing in that most newborn of ways. Your eyes are yellow now, blinking at me like a watery sunset, but your youngest great-grandchild is only just here. Her eyes are white like the full set of teeth you have left, but your eyes are yellow now, blinking at me like a watery sunset. Your teeth are whiter than they should be. Now I am finally here. My eyes are white like the full set of teeth you have left, but your skin is an overripe cocoa pod falling down by the tree by your side. Your teeth are whiter than they should be. Now I am finally sitting with you in our country, holding my niece, your great-grandchild. Your skin is an overripe cocoa pod falling down. The tree by your side you have known all my life shadows you and your white teeth. Sitting with me in our country, holding my niece, your great-grandchild, not yet able to chew unfortunate goats on Christmas Eve. You have known shadows all your life, you and your white teeth, the first thing I see when I think of you.
Far west of here, there lies a town where better people settle down. A classy land of lemon couscous. Thank you. Bastion of Englishness. To be where white foam plunges over jags from soapy sponges. To know such rabid pride, the valley of the class divide. Import his head, blue waves lap on the shore, 'tis said, while noble ploughmen till the earth, work as befits their lowly birth, where paddle beaters sup their ales and gaze with loathing upon whales, while inside gorgeous Georgian houses, soused consultants thrash their spouses. Come to where the right wing prosper, fewest gypsies south of Gloucester boasts the brochure's glossy pages. Tories haven't lost in ages. Come to where the moneyed frolic, thin of heart and fat of wallet, where gangs of pillocks flaunt their wealth, where culture comes to hang itself. Import his head, a haven at the water's edge. Celebs, we've got a horde of them. Well, mainly Carol Vorderman. Our book club's full of schlubs and harpies meet to swap critiques and car keys. Barterverd, the author's dead, the murderer was port his head. Import his head. It's news. When someone's bought a shed, a flare goes up, the minions scatter. Fetch the bear! Throw a regatta, bonfires smoking leafy closes, squires with moral scoliosis, rake and scheme and plot and stew and wonder, what would Clarkson do? Import his head, time staggers like a tortoise led the wrong way up an escalator. Frothing bigots, gosh no mater, we accept some immigration, want to join our rainbow nation, so you're not some gurning savage, live the culture, learn the language, toss the turban, bin the burqas. Listen, blacks are damn hard workers, grafters welcome in our country. Sorry, I looked at someone who looked disgusted. I'm doing a satirical poem here, it's all right. I don't genuinely believe that. I'm voicing a character in case someone just went, I don't agree with that. Neither do I. That is kind of the point. Out with shirkers, grafters welcome. Homes for Gurkhas, heaven help them. Look, if you're still having doubts, my neighbour Hans's lot of krauts. See? Jingoism's brash and prolish. Love the Germans. Fear the Polish. They come down here, ignore our customs, strip our countryside of mushrooms. There's something wicked in their faces. Apparently, that makes me racist. Here at last our sage relents and ends this blast of common sense. Content his cannon have delayed the charge of the PC brigade. Import his head, the posh point at the poor with red and flapping jowls. Hey now, blame them, it's not my fault, I vote Lib Dem. Come trendy mums, fall on the plough, it isn't fit for students now. Oh, it's just so EDL-y. Let's tear it down and build a deli. Swell our aspiration roster, got a Waitrose, got a Costa, got our own big issue seller, lovely sort of earthy fella. Never buy one, not from drifters, lest they're spunk the lot on blifters. Scroungers can't help some people. Now, chip in for the new church steeple. Portishead, Portishead, where droves of walking corpses fed on olive bread, and right-wing lies all glare with sunken piggy eyes, where once swayed surly tattooed dockers, now there's tinted glass and mockers, wax stiff upper lips where splashes frothy milk-white pencil tashes. Berlin in the 40s wed with grand designs. That's Portishead. In Portishead, where naught is said of thoughtless rage, of nauseous dread, its soul hangs by the tautest thread. Why think? Let's have a war instead in Portishead. In Portishead, this jaundiced rigor mortis spreads through bitter men with subtle frowns who mutter, who needs other towns? Portishead, the home of whiteness, vile disguised by bland politeness, naked hatred spliced with pardons, fascists, but with nicer gardens. Thank you.
I found a time warp, a deserted colony standing ghost-like against a granite sky, casting shadow over the road to Westminster. The sound of the Elephant and Castle roundabout disappeared in the silence of an empty room, a silence multiplied by 3,000. 3,000 once family homes, now all that's left are ripped curtains waving like white flags in windows smashed open by the vacuums that swept community from these street corners. These bricks are someone's past, and I'm not sure I have the authority to tread on homes uprooted, like tulip bulbs half planted. But like neighbours eavesdropping, I don't turn away. I wander onto the concrete roller coaster that stinks like beer and piss and see a broken bicycle, leant against a brick wall, the last trace of the man who lived in number 33. I see a scrap of wallpaper hanging on the wall of number 50, like a lover who won't let go. I see the words, "This is now," scrawled in graffiti on the door of number 20. Reminds me I'm in the present, watching the past, trying to understand how a ghost town can feel so alive. And as I stare at the rubble left by cranes that smash through London, I want to know who are the blueprints for development drawn for? Who are the multi-million-pound bedrooms built for? And where are the family who lived in number 50? Where did they place them? The council say these bricks are not fit for living, but if asked, the walls would testify. A child took their first steps in their parents' bedroom. They nearly missed it, but snatched a photograph just in time, and that photograph hung in a frame above their kitchen table for 18 years. And now, through the windows leaking broken glass, I see an empty frame.
I'll play your favorite song, darling. We can rock it all night long, darling. 'Cause I got love, darling. Love, sweet love, darling.
Mellow mood has got you. So let the music rock. Play your favorite song, darling.
can rock it all night long, darling. 'Cause I got love, darling. Love, sweet love, darling.
Quiet as the night.
Ooh, ooh,
Please turn out your light.
ooh,
And I'll play your favorite song, darling.
we can rock it all night long, darling. 'Cause I got love, darling. Love, sweet love, darling.
Strike the hammer while
iron is hot.
strike the hammer while
Iron is hot.
strike the hammer while
Iron is hot.
open up your heart. Open up your heart.
Let love come running in, darling. Love, sweet love, darling. And I'll play your favorite song, darling. We can rock it all night long, darling. 'Cause I got love, darling. Love, sweet love, darling. Thank you.
Wake up, fuck knows what time, afternoon, stinging grey light coming through a yellow curtain with red, green and blue farmyard animals on it. I know straight away I dream bad dreams because I feel like the geezer in this story a teacher read out in school one time. The geezer wake up one day and suddenly realise he's a fucking insect. On his back, legs in the air, couldn't get out of bed. Totally messed up his plans. Me, I got it worse, I swear. Hangover pound my head and white saliva stick around my mouth. Outside it's dead quiet. Note and keys on the kitchen table, help myself and all that. My stuff in the wash, back later and all that. Note ad that Sensi expect me down the gym for a workout. Like fuck. Make tea, take a bath, try and relax, but my heart started to go mental in the hot water. After that, my hand's shaking too much to shave. Besides, shaving would magnify the boil. In fact, I decided not to shave again. Trudy leaves instructions for a 3-step routine. Scrub, cleanse, and a new patch. I skipped the scrub, and I wish I'd done the same with the cleanser, because it practically burned a hole in my face. Wake me up to normality, though. Before I know it, I'm scanning around for Trudy's address book, which I know she's got somewhere. It's been in the back of my mind the whole time, from the first time I talked to her. Soon I'm not just scanning, I'm hunting. By the phones, on bedside tables, under phone books, on shelving. I leave no trace, I replace everything the way it was. It's not long before the address book appear in the obvious place, which is to say the kitchen drawer people keep for them things. Things like papers, gas bills, postcards, microwave instruction manual, spare plugs, and half-used packets of plastic forks from summer Barbies I never attended. This is the place where I meet up with my wife again. In a drawer in her best friend's address book, addressed like a stranger's, new phone number, new mobile. At first I wonder if it's the right moniker. Like maybe Trudy know all sorts of monikers, penny a dozen monikers, who's most likely all ex-hairdressers, trading up to beauty therapists. The phone on the wall next to the drawer is begging me. I know Monica. She wait for the number to display before she answer. I bet even her home phone got display function as standard. She'll see Trudy's number, it's ringing now, and pick up for sure. What if Jade or Kylie answer? What do I say? I ain't ready for my kids. No way I'm ready for them.
I like the youths. This is how I'm getting older because I'm not down with the kids anymore. I heard a slang from this kid the other day. I didn't know what it meant. I was on a bus, this kid came on sat opposite me, he was the only seat available upstairs, right? And this kid kept looking at me doing this. But he wasn't listening to any music, he just... Like, what is wrong with this kid? And he finally speaks to me, he goes, "Hey, bruv!" I said, "Yes." He goes, "Is this bus going to London Bridge?" I said, "Yes." He goes, "Say no more." Okay, I won't say anymore. I just didn't be dismissed by a 12-year-old. This is embarrassing. My problem is, I don't like getting into confrontations. I avoid it by any means necessary. I went to the extreme one time. I acted blind so I can get out of a confrontation. Is that wrong? I saw a group of youths that were running towards me. I don't know where they were going. I tried to get out of their way, but one of them tripped over my foot. He got up. He's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm looking for my stick. Have you seen my stick?" And they all believed me, so they started looking for the stick with me. I was shitting myself. I'm like, if they find out I'm not blind, I'm gonna die. And then they finally got bored. One of them was like, "Be careful out there, blind man." And then 2 minutes later, they saw me driving. And I don't know why, I started waving back. Like, "That's the blind man!" I was like, "Hi, guys." I drive, but I get the bus quite a lot. I get the night bus. I don't know if any of you get the night bus, but that's when all the nutters come out. That's why sometimes if you ever get the bus and you want to get home safe, just act crazy. People will leave you alone. I saw a guy did that one time. I was on a night bus, this businessman, he was just wearing his suit. He was minding his own business, right? It was about 3, half 3 in the morning, right? We're upstairs, this guy was sitting a few seats in front of me, right? And these 2 little hoodies were getting off upstairs, right? One of them goes downstairs, but the other one, for no reason, turns around to the guy and goes, "Oi, what are you looking at?" And the guy goes, "Potential friend?" The little hoodie was shitting himself. He genuinely replied back, "I've got enough friends, thanks." And then when they got off, the guy turned to me and was like, "That was close, that was..." I love the night bus, man. The last time I was on the night bus, I saw this guy getting onto the bus making the Oyster card sound. Like, he couldn't find his Oyster card, he was looking for it, the bus came, he couldn't find it, then he just went, "Fuck it." As soon as he got on the bus, he just went, "Boop!" Bus driver was like, "Thank you." I love the confidence of the youths. I wish I had the same confidence of the youths of today. They got the British youth, they got so much confidence. Like, I saw this kid, it must have been about 15, 16, he was chatting up a girl around his age. Whoo, he had lyrics. The young girl was standing next to him at the bus stop, he sees her across the road, doesn't waste no time, he crosses the road, stands next to her, doesn't even look at her. This is how he chats her up. He goes, "Oi, what's your name?" She answers, "Charlene." Then he goes, "Give me your number." Which I thought was very quick. She's like, "No, I've got a boyfriend." Then he goes, "Well, give me his number then." Which was confusing. She's like, "Why?" Then he goes, "Because I'm going to call him and tell him it's over. Because you just got yourself a Casanova." I was like, shit, I am writing that shit down. This is... Because it's too... I don't really watch Hollywood, it's too predictable. I love watching films like Bollywood. Has anybody seen Bollywood films? They are amazing. I was watching a Bollywood film where the husband was telling off the wife was crying, trying to explain herself, then they started singing. I did not see that coming. As soon as the wife comes, the husband loses it. He's just like, "Are tumhare bacha tu udhar hai? Are nahi hai, nahi hai, nahi hai." And then the wife starts crying, backing away. "Are bacha tu I was like, wow! I did not see that coming. Then I thought the wife was going to run away, but she doesn't run away. She comes forward, wipes up her tears, singing along with him. She's like... I was like, these two definitely met on a night bus. I think that's my time. Thank you very much. Thank you guys. Thank you.